Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See, this is Dr. Sayyid Ibrahim Rafat, an intellectual, a motivational speaker. I have brought you a poem, rather poems from today onwards. These poems have been written by me, by my own, as and when I experienced things in my life, and this is an achievement, a lifelong achievement of my age. I have a caliber, I have a desire, I have a intellectuality to write poems in English. So in my lifetime I have been doing this, and I am a writer, poet, editor, journalist, oriental speaker, a lecturer, a professor, and also a principal, and at the last, not least but at the last, I have been accomplished. I have accomplished the doctorate in intellectuality in SAARC conference. SAARC, SAARC, SAARC conference. I was the invitee for this conference in the year 2005 at Sri Lanka, which was held in Peradeniya University, Sri Lanka. So I was honored there as a doctorate for my work pieces which I have accomplished in my writings. And a book called Treasures of Sayyid has been compiled by me. All my poems, which have not only been written by me, but they have been published in the newspapers and broadcasted or telecasted on the television. So this is my first attempt to come on the social media to let you know my poems, to highlight my poems to my viewers so that they can also enjoy my poems. I basically write poems in English. Of course, I write in Urdu also, but mostly I write in English because it is my craze to write English in English. So the first poem in my lifetime, when I was young and I had my own institute called New Millennium Study Center somewhere in 1980 or so. So at that time I started my writing, I started my poems to write, and I have compiled them in a book called Treasures of Sayyid. These poems have not only been written by me, but they have been published in newspapers, just like, Deccan Chronicle, Voice of Words, Tenders and Employment Chronicle, and Monday Times. Monday Times is in Maldives, when I was in Maldives. So the first poem which I have started writing, I would like to bring forward to you so that you can also enjoy it, the bliss of it. So let me start this. I have written it on a topic called A Desire. It is my desire actually, and this desire have been molded into a poem of my own, and my own views have been expressed in this. So let me start this. A desire. With an angel face, thou fled into an aim. With an angel face, thou fled into an aim. With the glowing pupils, enlightened thou came. With an angel face, thou fled into an aim. With thy glowing pupils, enlightened thou came. Thou looked to be white as a candle of flame that resembled rose red and pale lily of fame. Thou looked to be white as a candle of flame, but resembled rose red and pale lily of fame. Though thou past seems so lazy and lousy and lame, your past seems so lousy and lame, but thou look as daisy and crystal like name. But thou look so daisy and crystal like name. Indeed art thou perspective, so glazing and calm. Indeed art thou perspective, glazing and calm, with all that glittering and smiling like shame. The shining moon, thou looks bright, but no light of thine. The shining moon, thou looks bright, but no light of thine. So is thy life, seems no crown of a queen. So is thy life, seems no crown of a queen. Youthfulness of thine, claiming for its blossoming. Youthfulness of thine, claiming for its blossoming. Why? While away thine fragrance for just a reason? While away thine fragrance for just a reason? Pleasures of life are unseen and are umpteen. Pleasures of life are unseen and are umpteen. Why? Drag yourself to the drastic ends of life. Drastic ends of life. Past cannot be present since tenses are so timid. Past cannot be present since tenses are so timid. Be wise. Think and decide, for the future is so kind. Past cannot be present since tenses are so timid. Be wise, think and decide, for the future is so bright, so kind even. The last stanza. Just a sign of thy pupils, say yes of your mind. Just a sign of thy pupils, say yes of mind, for an era that could be thy destine. For an era that could be thy destine. Dr. Sayyid Ibrahim Rafat. Okay.